Hello and welcome to the in-new series of Drishti IAS. I am Pooja Dwivedi. The Morbi bridge has collapsed. That has wreaked havoc, resulting in the death of at least 140 people, according to figures. And the condition is such that this entire bridge has come into the focus that we have to understand from the perspective of prelims and mains about Morbi, the Machu River, and everything else is important. As well as from the perspective of mains, we have to understand how suspension bridges are working. Before we move forward with the news, just look at this particular information. For 67th BPSC, we have started a mains crash course, and this will start from 4th of November. The fee is just rupees 22,000, and the features are, of course, online format is going to be provided to you. This will be provided to you via the Drishti learning app, which you can get from the Play Store only. Commencement, as I told you, 4th November 2022. There are 200 plus hours of classes. 2 classes per day will be provided, and these will be provided 6 days a week. Validity will be up to 1 year, and it will provide you unlimited viewership of each class. If you want to watch one class for 100 of times within 1 year, you can do so. To know more about it, you can call on these 2 given numbers. Alright, now, so the news about Morbi, Machu River on which this bridge was, and bridge, of course, the company which undertook its renovation, the agreement, and what went wrong with this bridge. How do suspension bridges work? Factors that may have been at work that resulted in its coming down, collapsing. So whatever is there with respect to this, we have completed here. Morbi bridge collapse, company under scanner involved since 2008, and it had to take care of the bridge from 2008 to 2018, but there was a problem with respect to the ticket price. That is why the license was renewed. Okay. Then latest contract gave its full charge. That means there was no government intervention as well. Now, as we see, let's talk about Morbi. Morbi was created as a district in August 15, 2013, and here is Morbi. It consists of Morbi, Malia, Tankara, Wankaner and Halwad. And if we talk about Wankaner, it was part of Rajkot earlier, and Halwad was a part of Surendranagar. Morbi is famous for its ceramic industry. You have to understand that it gets its competition in ceramics only from China. Around 74% of the India's ceramic industry ceramics are produced in Morbi, and they are exported to Middle East, East Asia and Africa as well. Now, as I told you that we also have to talk about Machu River. Machu River, this lies here, this river, Machu River. It rises from Madla Hills. Okay, remember these hills. It flows 130 km into the run of Kutch. And in 1979, there was the collapse of the Machu Bridge, and that is why a movie also made on that in 2019 by the name of Machu. Nearly 25,000 people died according to official figures. Moving ahead, let's talk about this particular bridge. This is a suspension bridge. We will talk about the suspension bridge as well. It is known as Julto Pool. Julto Pool means suspension, means sometimes to swing across according to the works of this bridge. So it is known as Julto Pool. It is a pedestrian suspension bridge. That means pedestrians used to walk there. It was inaugurated in the year 1879, and a Mumbai-based engineering company, Richardson and Crudes, they undertook the work of fabrication of this bridge, and all the materials were imported from England. And as it was so old, it needed renovation. It was renovated and inaugurated, we can say, in the reign of Sir Wagji Rawaji, the Thakur Sahib of Morbi, from 1858 to 1922. Okay, and he was a very visionary sort of person. He made Morbi as India's first Art Deco palace, where we see, and a European style central square known as Green Chalk was also developed by him only. Moving ahead, let's talk about the bridge. According to the official website, the bridge erstwhile spanned 233 meters and was 1.25 meters wide. It connected the Darbargarh Palace and Lakdirji Engineering College in this city. And according to the website, back then, as we see that India, sometimes people say, especially the British, that India lagged behind in engineering skills. But this is a testimony of the magnificent engineering marvel. and its progressive and scientific nature of the rulers of Morbi also were, testifying to the construction of the bridge. Moving ahead, let's talk about the company. The company which undertook the renovation of it is the Oreva Group, which is the flagship company of Ajanta, the wall clock making company, the world's largest wall clock making company. Morbi municipality engaged with this private firm only, and it was handed over to the Morbi municipality in the 1960-1961 era. So maintenance, operation and security of the bridge was given for the next 15 years to Oreva Group only. And the founder of Oreva Group is Udhavji Raghavji Patel. He died in 2012 at the age of 27. So he was an entrepreneur from Morbi. He started his entrepreneurial career since in 1971 from there only, setting up a small partnership firm, Ajanta Transistor Clock Manufacturing Company, and then how he moved forward. Moving ahead, according to this agreement, as I told you, that there was an issue with respect to the ticket price only. Other details were not much discussed in the agreement. There was only one aspect which overshadowed all, that is the price of the tickets. Okay, and there is no reference in the agreement on the upper limit to the number of visitors that are needed. It is being said that at least 300 people were on the bridge when the bridge collapsed. The infrastructure capacity was not in favor of having these many people on the bridge at once. Okay, and income expenditure was the model for the bridge management. It will be borne by Oreva, and there was no government intervention. So the government has said that. Moving ahead, now it was given approximately 8 to 10 months. In March, the agreement came into being, and it was said, okay, you take this for 8 to 10 months and you renovate it properly, but it was inaugurated ahead of time. So that is one problem. And there was no intimation as well to the authorities, to the municipality, that there is going to be the opening of this particular bridge for pedestrians. Moving ahead, let's talk about we can say a law that regulated this bridge. Morbi municipality publication, which was dated in 2010, said that there used to be a law which permitted only 15 persons on the deck at one time, and this was in force until there was a railway workshop on the east bank of the river. So there was a particular law as well recently, just a decade ago, we can say. Moving ahead, let's talk about the agreement that is, you can say, that is more broadly framed over here. As I told you, from 2008 to 2018, they were kept in the loop to renovate this bridge, but it did not apply for renewal. The company did not apply for renewal of the 2008 Memorandum of Understanding in the year 2018 because there was a problem with respect to the ticket price. Oreva Group continued to manage and maintain the bridge in the interim period without renewal from 2018 to 2022, and the state government officers intervened that with the municipality. They engaged and said, okay, let them charge the price that they want. So they increased the ticket price to ₹15 for adults in the year. They said that take it in the year 22-23. So Oreva approached the municipality on June 3rd, 2020 to have a fresh memorandum of understanding, which got renewed for the next 15 years. Now, the problem is that there was no reference in the agreement to what should be the upper limit of the number of people on the bridge at one time. The bridge did not have a fitness certificate as well. Other than that, Oreva Group didn't notify the municipality that it was reopening the bridge. So these are the certain problems. Moving ahead, if we talk about the types of bridges, then arch bridge, beam bridge, which is the simplest and the oldest bridges, cantilever bridges, truss bridge, tied arch bridges. These are certain bridges in addition to the suspension bridge. And the suspension bridge is a type in which the deck, this is the deck, okay, it is hung below suspension cables on vertical suspenders. These are the vertical suspenders, okay, and this is the suspension cable. So the problem with the current bridge, the Morbi collapse, was that the suspension bridge snapped, and when it snapped, the vertical cables, you can see, were also snapping one by one, and anchorage was not at all harmed. So when anchorage was not harmed, that means there was a problem with the suspension cable. This is one of the theories. An investigation agency is doing its work. Now, it is helped with stiffening girders, 2 or more suspension cables, this ones. The towers and anchorage for cable at the end of the bridge, that is the tower and anchorage, not the tower. This is the anchorage, this is the tower. The main cables are suspended between the towers and are connected to the anchorage on the bridge itself, and the vertical suspenders, this carry the weight of the deck. Okay, this is the weight of the deck which is carried by vertical suspenders, vertical cables. Now if we talk about certain facts, we have to understand that this suspension bridge model is the most robust structure of bridges, and it is the earliest ones were made of twisted grass. Only in the year 1532, when Spanish conquistadors they made way into Peru, they could see that an Incan empire was connected by hundreds of suspension bridges spanning deep mountain gorges. And the Golden Gate Bridge and Brooklyn Bridge in US are example of suspension bridge only. India's longest single-lane motorable suspension bridge, which is 725 km long, Dobra Chanti suspension bridge, it is built on the Tehri Lake. Okay. Moving ahead to the next part, that is what could be the forces at play which resulted in its collapse. Now it is being said that most or all of the suspension cables were weak or corroded, that is why they snapped. This is one of the theories. Then overcrowding, infrastructure capacity could not sustain the pressure which was created by such a huge crowd. The original wooden deck had possibly been replaced with aluminium deck, and that resulted in altering the basic structure, and hence the bridge collapsed. Moving ahead, now let's talk about this prelims question that you have to solve. The Machu River rises in the Madla Hills, Ajanta Range, Maikal Range or Nilgiri. That's it. Thank you so much for watching.